Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Backroads Country. We are in October. We're in October for real life, and we're in October in the game. Is that not ironic or what? At any rate, we are going to be harvesting some corn tonight. Running it through a corn dryer. Continue to feed our money-making machine. We are up to nearly $213,000 thanks to our straw crafts. Nicholas, Snowman 32, Simper Buffo, Bergness, and Charlie Boy are all in chat. Welcome, everybody. Diablo del Toro. Who saw the blog post today about spray painting trees, tagging trees, and the new type of contract that's coming in the Platinum expansion? Waylon, good evening, sir. Good evening. We're starting our stream out, mixing up some mixed rations for our cows. Vesper, welcome. Then we're going to have to take a load over. Bertus, I didn't need a video. I could just read it. Get in. Welcome back. You know, still don't know what the expansion is. A new map, Silver Run Forest, and a whole bunch of new machinery, mostly centered around forestry. Silver Run Forest is a map that is based in the northwest region of the United States and or Canada. It includes several new production style elements, including a buildable or repairable roller coaster that you can then take on rides. Also have the ability to produce boats, then get launched into a lake. There are new gameplay mechanics centered around selling logs at the log mill. They will go up a log chute into the sawmill proper. The use of winches are going to be coming because there is an overhead drag line, or yarder they call it, to help you pull logs out of the forest. Another new contract type is to tag deadwood and then clear that deadwood from unowned parts of land, so you will have the ability to sell deadwood on land that is not owned by you. Vesper, what do you mean how the cow pastures work? They work the same way as any other cow pasture works. I've got a video all about Silver Run Forest and the Platinum expansion as it was presented to us in FarmCon over in the Farm Sim News channel. And then, of course, we have the blog post from today centered around tagging trees with spray paint about dead wood. And, well, if we had a blog post today about tagging trees, do we think maybe, just maybe, we might have fact sheets soon? Right? On pasture field on pasture 16. What, you mean the one I'm doing right now? Right there. Of course, have to own it. And the trigger is kind of touchy. But other than that, you can always rig up an interesting contraption like this. That is the only food trough, so yes, everything food related needs to go there. Everything water related goes right next to it. That is full. Now we need to take another load down to the new straw production facility. There, we'll spawn in our bales. No, there is only one food trough. The area on the corner is for milk. Rabbit Rob, welcome. Welcome. Oh, here, I thought Scooter was bragging about his real yard. He's still in the honeymoon period with the bale sheds. What about putting corn in this big field next year? You know, the one that we just put the wheat out of? And then putting barley in all the fields that have corn. Right, there is a new giveaway link for the Platinum expansion. Again, anybody that does not already own the Year 1 Season Pass that plays on PC, enter to win. We've already given away one copy of the Platinum expansion. We'll be giving away another copy on Tuesday, the 11th. whisper that maybe it was added. Maybe it was added Vesper with a map update. I'm still running the original map. Resnick's in the house. Hey, you guys. I don't have a Snickers bar. I'd give you one. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Backroads County. It is October in game and October in IRL time. Hard to believe we are already into October of 20 double deuce. Playing Farm Sim double deuce. And we've got 38 days. Just under 39 days till a Platinum expansion launches. We were talking about Platinum expansion and the blog post that Giants put out earlier today related to tagging trees with spray paint, a little bit of psst, 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 here and there. Different patterns that you can spray on the trees and what those patterns typically mean. I have to say I will probably be tagging trees with either white or green paint because, well, red's not so much the best, at least not for me. But at any rate, we're going to be able to have tree clearing contracts. It was alluded to during FarmCon's presentation about new tree clearing contracts. We've got some new information as of today's blog post. That is, we will be able to clear deadwood off of land we do not own. We'll get paid for clearing deadwood and will be penalized. That's right, I said penalized for clearing non-deadwood. Captain Kiwi, what is the choice of Subway sandwich today? Oh, it was Baby Ruth. Well, you know what, Rabbit Rob, any nougat bar is good in my book. All I want is nougat. However it is wrapped is good by me. I doubt it, Ray. I doubt it because of the very specific nature of how all that works together. If you're fed up, honestly, if you're fed up with the honeybee trailer, then you might need to be fed up with the honeybees. No use in continuing to use something that makes you frustrated. Regardless of how popular other people want it to be, if it doesn't work out for you, then just don't use it, right? You don't need to feel like you've got to use something because everybody else and their sister is singing its praises. Choco. Are you talking about Count Chocula? Are you talking about Count Chocula? Rabbit Rob with his Farm King membership for 17 months. Just a few months short of 2 years. Hard to believe that Rabbit Rob has been around that long. He is a mere... He's a veteran. He's a veteran in the PC gaming space now. I'll tell you what, though. A bigger bale trigger would be really appreciated. This guy's got to be full by now. Daggone. Well, that's good enough. That's full's enough for me. Let's get going. We got stuff to do. We got people to see, things to do, places to go. Well, how is Emerald Coast coming along? And keep an eye out in the channel and keep checking LS-farming-mods.com because Hofbergman is getting updated, and it's getting updated soon. In fact, earlier this week, there was a blog post by Farmer Andy over at LS-farming-mods.com related to beta testing for the new map update. Now, nobody knows when this beta testing will end, but it will end soon, and when it does, be rest assured you'll hear about its updates in the channel, and maybe, just maybe, we will pick up our Hofbergman Explained series once I figure out all of the new cool tricks in the update. Depending on how the map looks, that might replace this map, or when we get Emerald Coast ready for testing, that is definitely going to slot in our live stream time frames. James, yes, we'll all be logging for a period of time as we play with the new stuff, show off the map. The end of October. Uh-oh. Well, you know, the first week of November is awful close to a certain expansions release. Grilled smold. What's smold? Smothered? Grilled. What's smold? A grilled smold chicken sub with all the goodies. We've already got our harvester staged over at our cornfield. We got Double Deuce watching. We got 33 watching. Captain Kiwi, you're behind. You're behind, dude. What I say, don't forget to click on that gleam.io link and sign up for the Platinum Expansion giveaway if you are on PC and don't own the Year 1 Season Pass, that is. Dive on in. I say we're going to be applying Anhydrous to the fields that we had wheat and barley in, because we're going to put corn in that next year, and the plan is to put barley in the fields that we have corn in right now for next year, because we know we need straw. We're going to need to keep that straw place running. We're already up to $215,000 thanks to Mr. Straw Factory. Soon we'll be able to buy off some leases. Remember, we're running the lease to own mod, so every time we put hours on a piece of machinery, we are slowly, ever so slowly, paying it down. We've got 25 hours. 25 hours on that harvester here. Try not to run this thing into a tree. Dwayne, did I just say it already? Dwayne with a 14-month Farm Baron membership. Thank you, sir. I hope I got enough capacity to get all the way around to the other side of the field. I don't know where GoldenEye is, but maybe this will bring him out of the woodwork. This video is brought to you by GoldenEye 48 and Alfredo Farms. Thank you for being farm barons. Uh-oh, or 50%. 50%. Hopefully we'll be able to get out of here. We get really good yield. Really good yield. You've got 13 model videos that you need to record. Well, you best get on it. You best get on it. There's no time like after the live stream. Definitely not during the live stream. But there's no time to get on recording those videos than after the live stream. Uh-oh, 80%. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it. Who in chat is ready? Who in chat is ready for the Platinum expansion? I tell you, I am. I'm getting ready. We're not making it. We're gonna have to stop here because we're not gonna make it. Oh, Rabbit Rob says he was born ready to do forestry. I think we need to do a, I wonder, what can we do? What kind of fun can we do with the release party? We're sure as heck going to try to build a roller coaster. We're going to build some boats. We're going to become Moses building some boats. Hey, did y'all see the placeable corn maze mod that dropped in the mod hub? You can make your own corn maze. Right and ready for Halloween. Get yourself a little spooky corn maze rocking and rolling on your maps. Remember, don't forget to fire up Elm Creek on Halloween night and walk the streets. See all the zombie walkers walk in the streets on Elm Creek. And then maybe, just maybe, making your way up to the corn maze at night. You never know, there might be an Easter egg up there. There might be some specters haunting the corn maze on Halloween night on Elm Creek. That ought to be fun. On actual Halloween. Yes, on actual Halloween. How did this tree grow up in the middle of my field? Oh, when's Canadian Thanksgiving? Is that coming up this weekend? Alpine zombies. Gonna have some zombies coming down the ski slopes. Oh, okay. So your southern neighbor's Thanksgiving is going to be what, like November 23rd, 24th, something like that, 25th? You're just going to have to go on Elm Creek on Halloween night, Gaten, and check out for yourself. I'm not going to spoil it for you. That's half the fun. Because remember, Farm Sim came out after Halloween last year. This is our very first Halloween to experience in Farm Sim 22. Well, I know one way you definitely can't save space, and that is delete Farm Sim. That's not allowed. You'll have to make space some other way. Well, there's always buying another drive, but you know, you need to save money, not spend it. Right. GoldenEye is in the house. Tell you what, you missed it. You missed it because you are the official sponsor of the video tonight. Mr. there, GoldenEye. Let's lock our guidance steering in place. And off to the races we go. Because of course, right at the start of the stream, what do I get? I get a pop-up. My keyboard's low on battery. Hopefully it survives. Or we might have to take a quick break to get a charging cable. Oh, we got levitating deer. Getting ready for Christmas. Tuesday. I tell you what, we've had our air off for probably close to 2.5 weeks up here. It was nice today, probably mid 50s. Mid 50s at the most, or not mid 50s, mid 70s at the most. We're gonna be around the same boat tomorrow as far as temperature goes, and then as we move into the weekend, chilly. Going to be down the low 60s, upper 50s for about the next week or so. Well, I guess the downside of this particular keyboard is there's no batteries to replace. It's just a built-in battery. So there is no putting a new set of batteries in. When they are done, they are done. Winter's coming for me and summer's coming for you. I tell you what. Summer down in Kiwi land, what's it get up to? What's a summer Kiwi gonna have as far as temperatures here? Still in the 90s, dang. Where are you at? You're still in the 90s, like Arizona? Arizona? You're not like the Undertaker's, like, you know, neighbor from Death Valley, Arizona. There we go. One load of corn in our dryer. Let's fire this bad boy up. Get to making me some dried corn. I gotta earn lots of money. Snow angels. I'd say it's pretty late in the spring there too, because if your summer starts when our winter starts, right? We are what, 2.5 months away? Nah, you're just starting your spring. Oh, you're just starting your autumn. Early, actually, early snow. Plan is to do 2 headlands on the tree side, the forested side of these fields. Then we'll do our up and down passes. Canyon, that's because we are professional drivers. Southern Oklahoma, okay. Who out west is going to TwitchCon? Did you see Giants is going to be at TwitchCon? Starting tomorrow through sometime on Sunday, they're going to be broadcasting a lot of Twitch live streams. We're going to see some more pumps and hoses content from Creative Mesh themselves. A couple Twitch farm sim streamers are going to be there doing their thing. Go meet Kermit himself. Well, that's not bad. Kind of a warm summer, but not super hot. Richard, I've not heard anything, but I haven't really looked either. I have been busy. Haven't really had an opportunity to peruse the Creative Mesh Discord with any significance other than just scanning every couple of days the known bugs and incompatibilities list. Oh, I'm sure that might come up during the Creative Mesh portion of the Twitch live streams tomorrow. Would be if they have any news about a planned update. Oh, don't you know, GoldenEye? Or don't you know, Genetic, that I can type and breathe at the same time? I'm talented. What I can't do at the same time is eat my little Debbie Swiss roll and talk. So I had to stop there a little bit. It was good. Tree marking is complex. Indeed, it is. If you're a lumberjack up there in the woods, you're hauling lumber, you need to know where to drive, where the path is. You need to know which trees to cut, which trees not to cut, and sometimes where to cut said trees in order to leave enough stump or not too much stump. But in the end, pick your preferred pattern, pick your preferred color, and go to town tagging the trees. Oh, sea breezes are the answer to all of your temperature problems. Oh, well, I'm sure I'll do it wrong, Richard. I'm sure I'll do it wrong. I definitely know I'm not doing red. I looked at the photos that they provided, and I couldn't see the pattern on a couple of them. The one where they had the explanation in the X, I'm like, I don't see it. So we'll be using the white or the green. Big old high contrast. I was talking to the wife last night about the sunset. I said, oh, look, and you see the sunset. You know, I didn't know if she could turn her head to the side well enough or not. And she looked over and said, oh, yeah, look, you know, the pinks look really nice and stuff. I'm like, pinks? Oh. I didn't know there were pink. No free form drawing, Tukey. There's no tagging other people's farm machinery. No tagging people's farm machinery. We know what you're all about. Well, I'm sure somebody, Richard. I'm sure somebody will introduce a hand axe. Or heck, you never know. You never know. We might find out there is a hand axe in game. We have several weeks for fact sheets to come out. Will fact sheets come out tomorrow? Dun, dun, dun. Well, some of us may know and some of us may not be able to say. But what I can tell you is we got a blog post today about Farm Sim 22's Platinum Edition. Leave that to your own deduction. I'm sure you did, Tukey. I'm sure you did. Maybe someone will come out with a mod that'll allow you to free paint. Maybe Scooter, maybe they're waiting for Platinum to drop so they can test their stuff against that. Maybe they're waiting for it to drop closer to Platinum Edition so that their mod is a bit more relevant in players' minds. You know, I really feel that mods and maps have a very short life for popularity. So there is, right, a new mod comes out. Bam. It is hot. It is hot. People download it. People want to play it. A week later, it might be gone. Right? It could very well be gone because now something else is out. Something else is hot. And, right? So if you've got a mod like Firewood, maybe you're working on it, you know Platinum's coming out. You might not want to drop it now because it might just be a fizzle by the time Platinum comes out. You want to drop that bad boy close to Platinum Edition so you get some serious heat on it. That's the way I think. Caden, we don't have truck mods installed. I'm unlike most players. I don't install every mod that exists. I have the pickup that you've already seen, and I have the farm truck that you've already seen. Those are the only truck mods we have. I have absolutely zero idea what kind of truck mods exist out there because I don't look at them. I don't have a Ford mod. I've got the Lizard. That is, of course, a Ford, but it's not a Ford. It's a Lizard. If it was a Ford, console couldn't have it. Ford's best at breaking down. Ford's best at leaving you stranded. Ford's best at lots of things. It's the Lizard F100. You can find it in the Giants mod up. You can download it and go over it all you want. One thing we will be looking at is seeing if there's anything we can lease to own. I do have a video on how to install mods. It's mostly geared around PC players. It's pretty straightforward though. You go to the in-game downloadable content menu and you browse the mods. And then you click whatever button you need to click to install it. So what we do need to look at is, yeah, on console, same way. You go to downloadable content menu in the main menu. So our pickup, we could buy it for 40 grand. We could pay off the lease. I don't think so. Don't think so. Our oldest tractor, which has 21, almost 22 hours on it, $62,000. Our Valtra, 209. I don't think so. How about our harvester? Where are we at with that one? Lease to own. Lease to own says 163 grand to buy a harvester outright. Plow, we've got 7 hours on that. $28,000. We're getting close. We're getting close to that. Uh-oh. Hellhawk, what's up? Where's this truck at? There it is. What is up, sir? What is up? Oh, you what? You want long bar chainsaws? The ones with the big old long bar on them? It's going good, Hellhawk. It's going good. We are earning some good money here on back roads. We've got a ton of corn to harvest. Trying to enjoy a nice little Swiss roll. We're going to be drying some corn, selling that in a few months. It does, Richard, it does. I did see that you do need to edit your, you need to put your vehicles into GE and I guess add the tablet node and all of that into your tractor. So if you are able to do that, right? It looks interesting. I have not looked at it myself at all to see what is involved in making those edits. Oh, it probably can, Richard. It probably can. It was written by the... Pretty sure it was written by the same guy that did the mod where you can change things to show in bushels and all that. I forget what he called it. But, yeah, to be able to put another screen right there that has information related to your harvester, related to your tractor, your implement that you're using. Heck, I know what the holy grail would be, is to be able to put the mini map right there on your tablet so that when you are, you know, working a field with guided steering or GPS, right, you can kind of have your lane things going on there. But yeah, like I said, I hadn't looked to see how involved it is. So what is that? What is that Android app that has the whole where you can do buttons, button box, basically Android button box? But yeah, an actual mini map in screen would be sim dashboard. That's it. Would be outstanding. And yes, Hellhawk, we have quite a ways to go with our corn harvest. We're just getting started. Just getting started on this field over here. We have field 15, we have field 31. And over the rise, field 32, in order to do our corn. So field 15, 31, and 32 is all in corn. We're going to put corn on field 30 and 14 for next year. And then we're going to put barley in 15, 31, and 32 for next year. Farming firefighter, it was indeed. Thunder. Is he not the one that's on the tablet mod? Thought he was credited with the tablet mod. Let's go look. Let's go looky. Yeah, real dashboard is Perma's modding in Thunder. Perma's modding in Thunder. For those that aren't in the know, this is the mod we're talking about. Right there. So we're talking about two different mods, or two different things farming firefighter. So one is the mod I linked that puts a new screen in your tractor's cab that can display all sorts of information on it. And then we're talking about Sim Dashboard, which is a mod and an external app that runs on a Android tablet, might run on an iOS tablet also. And Sim Dashboard is an app that will basically make a real physical tablet into a screen for farm sim information and act like a button box also. So kind of two different things. Only Android. Music to my ears, only Android. So yeah, Sim Dashboard is really popular with folks that have, one, an Android tablet, and two, a place to put it in their gaming area. There is a small companion app that needs, or mod, that goes in your mod folder that basically provides that SDK bridge to the Sim Dashboard app on your tablet that the Sim Dashboard can then connect into to provide that two-way communication. But for players who are big into, you know, first-person type gameplay, being able to have a screen inside that will show you all of the various fill levels and other statistics, so that you could really play with your HUD off if you wanted to, and be fairly realistic, be able to play with your HUD off and know all of your important stuff by just looking at the screens. C-Pulse, we're going to stream every few days, yes. We have no intentions of stopping streaming, but we're not going to stream continuously. That would be a little crazy. Does Raznak want me to harvest Bambi? That's so cruel. Did he do a tramline mod, Hellhawk? I don't know. It's just a 24-meter corn header. This corn header is adequately sized. Are you talking, Richard, about some mod out there, some insanely wide header mod? That's 9 meters, 12 meters. Oh, well, I mean, there's no clearly there's no requirement to be realistic, right? There are plenty of FARMER-KLEIN players out there that will lap it up as the best thing ever because they want to play with giant maps, with giant fields, at the same time harvest with harvesters that run at full speed with ridiculously wide working widths. and totally unrealistic capacities. But if that makes them happy, then fine for them. You're not going to see that here. Hellhawk, I don't know if he really could have, because it's implementing a new object, a new model, a screen that doesn't exist on most vehicles. You have to have a way of getting that screen into most vehicles. Of course, he could probably have done a significant amount of work and coded the mod to add that screen to base game vehicles and tractors, but ultimately there's so many different size and shape of cabs, you're probably going to have to use GE to specifically place the screen where it needs to be in whatever particular cab of tractor that you are in. I don't know, Hellhawk. Maybe he didn't want to implement it that way. Maybe he didn't get permission from the lane's author to implement his mod in the same mannerism. Raznek with the farm membership gifting. He just dropped 5 gifted memberships. Farm Sim Canuck, you are a member. Will Cast, you are now a member. Big Riggin Roger, you are a member. John McKinney, you are a member, and so are you, Eddie. Everyone, big all round applause to Raznik and all of the new channel members. We're going to be hearing the sirens for a little while. Big old applause. I think that deserves some special emotes. Right? All members, you get special emotes with your membership. I don't know why it's not coming up. Any rate, off we go. Oh my gosh, lots of interesting comments. Yes, explanation Raz, keep that in your browser bar. That way you go check out the third shift. They get a little rambunctious late at night. I like the moose. I like the moose with the big head and the little antlers. Moose is my style. Let's check. Where's our precision farming score at now? Oh, 95. 95. Why is that so low? Well, we're still 13%. That's good. We can live with it. How's our yield? How's our yield? Not so hot. Not so hot down here, but that's a soil thing because we've got good yield down here. Natty 5, what's that? What's this Natty 5 talk? I know the way we're filling this trailer up. The way we're filling this trailer up, I think it yields plenty good. What sounds like 95? I'm missing something completely. Oh, Raz is going to be using a wheel. He's got 2 joysticks. He's going to be in controller overload. That ought to be fun to watch, I'll tell you that. Controller overload. I think when time comes to sell the corn, I'm just going to set it to auto sell. What do you think? When the time comes to sell the corn, the dried corn, it's going to be December. This is just like it was last year, where it showed June as being good. Then we got to June and the price just tanked. So we're going to sell our corn in December. I think I'm just going to auto sell it because we got 254,000 liters right now. By the time we get all this corn harvested, it's going to be over 500. So many controllers, so little control. So right, so right. Yeah, now he's got the side panel. He's got a wheel and pedals. He's got 2 joysticks. He's got a stream deck to work with. He's got things labeled. He's going to have his reader glasses on so he can read his labels. Because he's turning into an old man. Oh, 95. Clayton, welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Oh, Captain Kiwi says I sound like a farmer. What is up with that? I can only imagine what the Kiwi sounds like. I can only imagine. Well, I said I got to score a 95. 77, that's a rip-off. 93, 98. 98, bad boys. Uh-oh, what? Uh-oh. What's quote 14? Oh, you need to say that. You need to go say that over on Raz's channel. And then someone needs to add it to his channel. Later, Caden. Catch you later. Hope you have a good evening. The dates are still backwards. 7/10/22. 10/7/22. Oh, you can't quote it anymore. You are too quote happy. Too quote happy. Speed up our clock. Did y'all see that Giants is now selling the beacon, the USB beacon, independently of the collector's edition? Although right now, those of us in the US can't get it, sadly, because they won't ship across the waters. But maybe one day we'll be able to buy a USB beacon. Although it's pretty darn expensive. It's like 25 bucks. At that rate, I just go buy the collector's edition. You get so much more. That's because Rabbit Rob ran out of his Baby Ruth candy bar. He ran out of nougat. Arguably the best portion of any candy bar is the nougat. It's nice and sweet and chewy. It balances well with a crunchy peanut and the creaminess of chocolate and caramel. I tell you how it's. I would get the platinum. No, not the platinum. I would get the collector's edition, which includes the beacon, before I would buy the beacon by itself. The beacon by itself at 25 bucks feels a bit much. It's a fun little toy. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a little much. Oh, I hope that goes well. Hope she enjoys it. You're gonna do some, right? You're gonna do some farm simming with her? I think what we'll do is we'll hire a helper here and then go check up on some things. Off you go. Oh, a server PC2. That is definitely going all in. Definitely going all in with that. Who knows what we're going to go do? Who knows? Who has an idea? Oh, a little 7-inch display. That'd be perfect for a for like a HUD. So yeah, you would need 3 copies of FarmSim there if you went with that. Well, the server doesn't need a screen. The server runs headless. So once you get the server set up, and I would put, and I don't even know if I recommended this in the in any of my videos, but I would put the dedicated server executable in basically the startup folder, so that it started up on every reboot. I would set up the PC to auto log in, which is pretty straightforward. Just Google how to make a Windows 10 computer auto log in. And then all you gotta do is turn it on, right? As long as it's on, it'll be up and running, and then you connect to it. The server just sits off in the corner, headless. Yeah, long run, having your own dedicated server is far cheaper than renting one. You really don't need anything all that powerful to run a server anyway. You need something that runs Windows 10, and that's about it. It doesn't need a graphics card or a discrete graphics card. It basically needs enough RAM to run Windows. So you could probably do it. I did it with a server with a Windows 10 instance that had, pretty sure that had 7 or 4 gigs, but easily with 8 gigs of memory. So anything that's a few years old that you've kind of relegated to internet use and that's about it, would be perfect. Yeah, Rabbit Rob, a headless server. That is a machine that runs with no monitor attached. Therefore, it's headless. It has no display. I mean, like, I still have my 3900X CPU sitting in a box after I upgraded this to a 5900. I could get a like X350. Is that the right chipset? A cheap X350 or B350 motherboard. I could slap I'd probably slap 32 or 64 gigs of RAM in there, and then I could load that up with whatever OS I wanted. I could load it up with a Windows Server OS to get the Hyper-V. I could load it up with some other hypervisor. I think you can still get like a free copy of VMware for lab use, and I can basically run a bunch of VMs off of that because it's a 12-core, 24-thread part. I could easily run 6 to 10 dedicated servers off of that. If I, of course, had 6 to 10 copies of FarmSim. What are we going to do? We're going to anhydrous ammonia. Is what we're going to do. How many HPs does this thing have? 375. 375 HPs will bring us this cultivator right here. I like it. And we're going to haul this little tank right here because I like it. Oh, well, I know what video you need to watch. I know a guy, he did a mod all about anhydrous ammonia. Then he did a video all about the mods that you can use anhydrous ammonia with. And this is one of those very mods. It is the Columns Custom Modding anhydrous ammonia. It's available over at his itch.io page, which is guaranteed to be linked from said videos. We also have pressure vessel tanks. Pressure vessel tanks. Look, we have pressure vessel trailers to transport said anhydrous ammonium in. Long and short trailers. Or we could go with... there's also these, but in anhydrous format. You have this thing with giant wheels. This pressure vessel. Captain Kiwi, with your silly talk. Now, the big advantage with... So the reason running your own dedicated server for FarmSim is cheaper is because all server providers charge per slot. And a slot is a player. And the maximum number of players you can have on any dedicated server is 16. And so a home run farm sim server, you can have up to 16 players connect to it and play at once. Well, if you look at even some of the cheapest game server hosts, a 16 slot farm sim server is going to be well over like $20 a month. Let's look. The game server host that I use right now is called Game Servers. And Game Servers has dedicated farm simulator servers. And a 16 player server is $16 a month. So it's basically $1 a player. Now, there's ways to cheap out on that by getting a sale, by adding a permanent coupon sale to that. That's going to make your cost 20% off that. Okay. So what's 20% off? $16. $12.80. All right, and then you can get more off if you pay per year. All right. So let's go back here and figure out what the max is if I pay per year. Uh, 15% discount. Okay. So I could get a 16 slot server for $150 a year. Okay. Well, I can buy a copy of Farm Sim for $49. So 3 months of a 16 player server is basically the cost of one copy of Farm Sim. If you already have a used computer that you're not using, just lying around, there you go. If you've got decent internet, there you go. You can host your own farm sim server, have up to 16 of your friends be able to jump in. You have unlimited mod space because it is your server. However big your hard drive is, that's how many mods you can have. Total flexibility. Explaining anhydrous, Lonnie. Well, anhydrous is a form of fertilizer, and there is a mod available for PC players. The anhydrous ammonia add-on is available over in the Giants mod hub that adds anhydrous as a fill type to any and all maps. That is also, there's also anhydrous application equipment. That's what we have here. We have an anhydrous applicator and an anhydrous injector, if you will, and then a trailed set of tanks that will hold the anhydrous gas. Anhydrous is concentrated, well, it's basically ammonia. And ammonia in gaseous form, when injected into the soil, is going to be a very, very efficient way of increasing the nitrogen levels of the soil. So it is a very efficient way of adding nitrogen to your soil. It's used a lot here in the US. And we're going to apply it to our fields that we're going to be putting corn in next year. Because, well, corn requires a whole lot of nitrogen. And this is one of the cheapest ways of getting it in the field. It does work great with precision farming, yes. In fact, that's what we're going to demonstrate right here. Once we get some gas in this thing. So we are filling up. Okay. We'll see how much money this costs. Well, I don't really know why it didn't cost me any money, but... Oh, because I had stored it already. Sorry, I had already stored it. Silly, it wasn't a buy point. So there you go. Look, I can buy 38,000 liters worth of anhydrous for $63,000. Okay, so it's basically $2 a liter, ish. Very cheap fertilizer. And now we're going to apply it. And I'm going to show you a trick I learned on this map actually a few weeks ago related to precision farming. Watch this. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get up to our field. So I've got a video on the use of, or on the Anhydrous ammonia add-on mod. It's in my mod review playlist, the new and noteworthy mod reviews. It's been out for a while. All right, so over here, I can't zoom in right now, but over here on the left, the F1 menu, it says at the bottom, no crop selected, seed first for best results, right? Okay. Using target for wheat on loam. I don't want to put wheat in here. I want to put corn in here, right? Well, since there's no crop in here, it can't auto detect which crop is in here to know how much ammonia, how much nitrogen to apply. So it's going to default to wheat. But I don't want it to default to wheat. This is where the change nitrogen reference value option comes in with precision farming. Why? I never knew what change nitrogen reference value did until a couple weeks ago. Now when I hit Y, now it says using target for barley on loam. You see now the amount that's being applied is drastically changed. Why? I'm going to keep changing it until it says corn. Now it says using target for corn on loam. We have automatic application turned on. So off we go. So now we are applying in one pass the proper amount of nitrogen that we need to apply to this soil for corn. So when we put corn in the ground, we're done. We don't have to put any more nitrogen in the ground because we already knew it. Exactly, Scooter, exactly. I had no idea. I'm pretty sure I even said in my precision farming videos, I have no idea what this change nitrogen reference value is. So we're just going to skip over it. Because it doesn't show up until you're in the field. You have your implement lowered and you get that little word at the bottom. No crops detected. Using target for X on Y soil type. And as you hit Y, it's changing the crop. So then you can set your crop even though you do not have the crop in the ground, because this is cultivating the soil. We obviously can't plant our crop and then put nitrogen down or anhydrous down because we're just going to cultivate it away. So, yeah, there we go. That's our goal, Lonnie. That's our goal, is to teach and pass on the knowledge. Burgess apparently was already an expert. already knew it was a thing. Like, oh, that's nothing new to me. But you can see how much we are. Where's our food? Where the heck are we at? Here we go. So here we are applying nitrogen, right? We are applying a ton of nitrogen because we have 0 to 20 units of nitrogen in the soil. So we are applying the maximum amount of nitrogen we can apply, 100 to 200 kilograms per hectare, right? If that was a fertilizer spreader, we would be just dropping product like there's no tomorrow. But one pass over a 40-some acre field has only dropped our anhydrous tank by 7%. So it's extremely cheap way of applying nitrogen. And now that we know the change target, we can basically always apply just the exact amount of nitrogen we need at the cultivation stage without having to use liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer, or slurry or digestate or manure. So yeah, we're not going to do any planting until spring because, well, we're going to put corn in there. There you go. Share the live stream, share the channel, say this channel teaches me more about farm sim than I ever knew I didn't know. Right, look at that. So yeah, the anhydrous ammonia mod includes a few placeables for storage tanks and then adds anhydrous ammonia to the map as a fill type. There's also, the reason it's a PC only mod is because it includes a script to basically inject itself into precision farming. So it works just fine with precision farming, as you have seen right here. I have no idea, Will, because I've never played on a map that has anhydrous already added. You'll have to give it a spin. Then, of course, we have the Dusty Lands mod. So, left shift. Right, we can make this big old storm cloud of dust. Man, oh man, we need some serious rain. Captain Kiwi, there's a new giveaway, sir. There's a new giveaway. We drew a winner on Tuesday. So you need to enter again. You need to enter again. Right? Oh, there we are. We made our way out. Oh, Peter J. Where is that at? Is that in the mod hub? I don't know. I might have it. I put a bunch of Massies in here. I take it it's not the 4000. That's what we're using. Here's another Anhydrous pressure vessel. Well, I thought I had a bunch of Anhydrous mods in here. Yes, all of mine are, yes. Well, that's why I don't know anything about it, Hellhawk. I haven't been to Facebook probably in 2 to 3 months. When I do go to Facebook, it's a whole bunch of, I can't find anything. Facebook's written, coded by a whole bunch of, well, I have no good words to say about Facebook, so let's just stop there. Just load this. Chad, welcome, sir. How are you doing? How are the things out in your land? Well, Hellhawk, I only download things from where people uploaded them. I haven't looked at third-party mod sites probably in longer than 3 months. Oh, we're back to that again, are we? We're back to that again. But we resolved that little issue. See how our straw plant is faring. Pretty good. corn, beans, sunflowers, corn again, soybeans. Who wants a sugar beet contract? No, 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 no. You're not going to fool me. Not going to take it. Not going to take it. Oh, is F1's in Japan, is they not? I think I saw a video. Bathurst is the Bathurst 1000, right? That's the 1,000-kilometer race with V8 supercars or something else. Oh, it's SRF. Yeah, V8 Supercars is a insane series. Like, after 1,000 kilometers of racing, who knows how many hundreds of laps, first and second will still be fighting for the win. It's a massively competitive series. All basically road courses. The Bathurst 1000, there's a mandatory brake pad change during a pit stop. They have driver changes. I think he might be able to finish that on his own. We'll see. What? Holdens are no longer made. That's terrible. Why would they do such a thing? So what's going to happen to the series? If it's not Holden versus Ford, is there another manufacturer coming in? I mean, what's racing series if it's just Ford versus Ford? That's boring. was it dates that were poisoned in the Indiana Jones movie? That is right, Lonnie. I do not run Courseplay. I got tired of fighting with Courseplay in FS19 and gave it up forever. I would spend more time babysitting Courseplay than it took me to do the job myself. Also, don't use auto drive. For me, the idea of driving from one place to the next is the more desirable part of farm sim, let alone to have some AI do it all the time. We'll get this guy started back. 161 laps. There you go. Okay. Got that going. Good morning, David. Good morning. Since we didn't get this thing unloaded. Oh, okay. So it's still kind of a Holden versus Ford, just not with your domestic brand name. Well, it's always been. Well, I don't know how always. I don't know how far Holden goes back being owned by GM, but it's been GM basically for a long time. $19.58. Okay, so Chevy's owned them for a long time. Yeah, I would say if you're into racing and you can find the Bathurst 1000 somewhere, watch it, right? Super competitive, super cool to watch. Well, I mean, if the body shape is still competitive, right? If it's keeping up. Yeah, I agree. Genetic back in the days where different cars were visually different. Now they all look the same. The only way you know the difference is the stickers, the wrap. That done. Oh, it's like a week long. It's a week long party at the Bathurst. Well, we've cultivated and fertilized this big section of the field, and we've used just under half of our tank. Let me see if I can dig up that video. Oh, look. Way back. It was 3 months ago. 3 months ago. So this is the new and noteworthy video for Anhydrous ammonia mod. A video that should work. And then this is the video that has the various Anhydrous mods that work with the Anhydrous ammonia mod. Yeah, I don't know if the Bathurst is still televised here or not. It was at one point in time on one of the automotive themed cable channels. Oh, I know all about that genetic. Cut the cord. Cut the cable cord. Who does? Who just still has cable TV, right? Who has cable TV? So back when we put fiber in the house, we got rid of Comcast, and for a year we had a streaming package from our fiber provider, and we could watch TV on our phones, we could watch TV on our PCs, on our tablets, and then we had a little Android box that we could plug into the TV and basically watch TV off of that. We maybe watched TV for about 3 months, and then just stopped watching it. Wife's like, why do we even pay for this? Nobody watches it. We all watch our Netflix or Disney Plus or Discovery, whatever. So we canceled that. I canceled the TV thing. I upped my bandwidth and saved money. Right, I don't have time for TV. If I was watching TV, I wouldn't be here entertaining you people. You peoples. We would be entertaining the masses. I watched the abridged racing, the Cliff Notes version. So we got 77 plus 7. We have 140 some liters of corn off of that other field. There was a time and day. There was a time and day where I'd watch a lot of racing on TV. There's a time of day where I would watch a lot of football too, pro and college, but not anymore. Not anymore. There you go, Captain C. Somebody likes to chill. Right? Somebody likes to chill, the chill pace. We're not running around harvesting at 40 miles an hour. Trying to juggle 15 things. Life too stressful. Why do we want to stress ourselves out while playing a video game? I saw your post on the Discord, Burgess. I saw your post. I tell you, I was enjoying the evening. Did a little Ages of Empires gaming. Finished the Norman Conquest. Started on Russia. Through the campaign. Watched some videos I didn't have time to get to. That's right, we are ripping down happy little corn trees right now. Ripping happy corn trees down. So I had this thought earlier. We're gonna wrap the stream up with this completely out of the ordinary thought. What is the biggest condiment in various countries? So I was at work today. I work at a college, and for weeks their ketchup pump didn't have any pump in it. No ketchup in the ketchup pump. For a little while they had packets. They had packets out. Oh my god. Tearing ketchup packets is like agony. And then they had ketchup pump, but it was in a completely different container. And then today they finally had the ketchup bags back. They had a pump working. And of course it ran out. So it got me to thinking, what are the popular condiments in various countries? We know that supposedly ranch is like big. Ranch is big in the Midwest. We'll call the Midwest its own country. They seem to be rather unique out there. Ketchup is rather popular in the U.S. as a whole. The other day we learned that there's some fancy horseradish mayonnaise sauce that's rather popular in Iceland to put on hot dogs. What other interesting condiments out there? Welcome back, Will. We're just about done. No, it's not real mayonnaise. It's some spicy mayonnaise. Ketchup potato chips. I don't know about that, but then again, we have crab potato chips. You haven't lived until you had yourself some crab potato chips. Oh. Oh. Really? That's a whole new level of... I'm not sure about that. Now, growing up, there was ketchup and then there was like cat soup. It's like, what the heck is that? It was like not good ketchup. Drew, welcome, sir. We are honestly just about done. We're running a little bit of overtime, actually. I thought about an intriguing question I wanted to ask these fine folks that were watching the stream. Oh, that's... Look, Captain Kiwi, we're so relaxing we put people to sleep. Chip sauce? What are you talking about? Cocktail sauce on French fries? That is a very interesting use of cocktail sauce. Oh, Drew, I don't know. What I can tell you is that we got a blog post today about Farm Sim. I'll let you decide if that means that we're maybe going to see back sheets tomorrow. Yeah, tree marking was pretty interesting. Different marker patterns, different spray paint colors. A little bit more information about the tree cutting, dead tree cutting contracts. Oh, you little bugger. You little snot. Messed up my grass. This is why you can't get good help these days. I think that would be real interesting to see once we get closer to the release what all is included. Right, we know that we get a yarder, right? The hope is that the yarder translates to consoles getting a log winch functionality. You know, we've had a log winch on PC for 3 farm sims now. Farm Sim 17, 19, and 22. And the console's been left out in the dry with respect to that. But a yarder, which is basically a winch on a long, tall cable, could lead itself to vehicles or implements having winches. And if that happens, then, well, we all know that then is a go for consoles having that cool new stuff. Drew, I would say probably not a lot, because I doubt there's too many people that actually played on Stadia to begin with. I mean, really, it wasn't that big of a surprise. What are you doing? No. All right, we're going to close this stream out. We're going to be doing this manually, because I don't know what is wrong with this guy. Well, thank you all for coming out and watching today's stream. Plan to be back tomorrow as we have our Friday night Forza party tomorrow night. Keep an eye out for that to be published. We're going to be working through more of the Series 12 playlist, seasonal playlist. I think we are in winter now, because we are closing in on 1 year of Forza Horizon 5 being released. Oh, Vesper, I don't know if we're going to have the ability to actually connect a tow winch to a vehicle or not, but that would be cool. That would be cool indeed. All right, guys, I got to head out because I got to go into the office tomorrow morning, and staying up super late is starting to get to this old man pretty hard. So until next time, happy farming.